Hello and welcome back to the channel. We really appreciate you tuning in to watch as my wife and I build our dream workshop. In the previous episodes, we've installed a vapor barrier, insulated the walls with foam board and fiberglass rolls, and in last episode, we installed the ceiling and also insulated it with the same fiberglass rolls. In this episode, we'll be working on painting the ceiling and begin sheathing the walls in plywood. Keeping with the theme of the project, we found this plywood on Facebook Marketplace as manufacturing offcuts. We ran 2x4s horizontally, using them almost like furring strips so we'd have something to connect the plywood to, and we wanted the plywood so that we'd have something to ultimately connect the final wall sheathing. So just like everything else in this project, this process is not rocket science. First, I would just put my conveniently 32-ish by 48-inch sheet of plywood up there and throw a temporary screw in so I don't have to hold it. And then Kayla would use a square to mark off the window opening that we would need or whatever obstacle we were trying to get around. Then I would just pop the sheet off, take it over to the table, and let Kayla lay out the cut. Once she got it laid out for me, I'd strap up the PPE because I'm getting tired of sawdust in my lungs. Take a glamour shot for fun. Hello. And then move it on over to the table saw, where I would just nail every cut, first try, guaranteed no mistakes. Damn it. And then I would actually correct all the mistakes I made. Take a blade width off in a table saw that's missing the throat plate is always fun, but you get results like this. And that's what I call good enough for who it's for. Once we got the plywood all hung, we started to turn our attention to what we wanted the finished wall surface to look like. And we've got a bit of a theme going in the rest of our outbuildings that we're kind of trying to match. So we had an idea of what we wanted it to look like, and we were also lucky enough to be able to scare up this corrugated steel roofing that was left over from one of my brother's projects. So Andrew, if you're watching this, my man. Per usual, Kayla went ahead and laid out the cuts, and I got the oh-so-fun job of zipping these bad boys down to rough size with the old angle grinder. Okay. It's cold out again, unfortunately. We live in Ohio and you just never know what the weather's gonna be. It was like 70 degrees 2 days ago, and then yesterday morning there was like 3 inches of snow on the ground. So yeah, you probably just saw, or maybe you're seeing right now, we got what we've been calling the baseboard, I guess you'd call it. So here's the idea. We're gonna take these 2x4s down there, and then on top of that, we're gonna put this, we got this sheet metal, and it doesn't all match, but we got it for free. So shout out to Andrew, thank you very much if you're watching this. This was left over from one of his projects. And we think that will kind of add to the rustic vibe that we've got going out here, really, just in general on the property and the house. But it will somewhat match the garage. Anyway, we did our best to level this, so we think we have a nice, if I slap the level on there any old place, watch, this won't work now that I said it. Let's just say I pop the level right there. And I just ripped my pants a little bit, but there you go. That's pretty good. And that's the case all the way around. All the walls. And yeah, so the idea now is to take that steel, put it on above that, and then we'll take this cool like reclaimed rough cut stuff that was in here, like in the building when we first moved in, and that'll go around, like, I guess we're calling it like a border, like around there. And then we'll do something up top. I don't know what we're gonna do up top yet. And then we'll paint the ceiling white, and then we install the lift right there. That's why we boxed that out, so the lift will fit, we hope, fingers crossed. There's a lot of work to do that, so if it doesn't fit, I'm gonna find a lift that does fit. But yeah. So we think the next step, we're just gonna take a drill, and we're trying to think of a way to attach the sheet metal to the wall. And luckily that's what's nice about the plywood. One, it gives us a lot, it does a lot for the building structurally in terms of diaphragm action, shear, wind loads, that kind of stuff. That was not happening before. But it also just means that it doesn't really matter. You don't have to line up with the posts anymore. We can just, wherever that lines up on the wall, we just attach it. With that being said, and again, because I'm really cheap, I'm gonna try to use nails. And the primary reason is because when my dad, way back in like 1990 or whatever, before I was even alive, when they bought their place, he found in his barn just a 5-gallon bucket of nails. Just nice, like, I don't know, maybe like 16 penny nails. And that's probably way wrong. You'll see them and someone can correct me. But anyway, nice nails. And I've got a coffee can of them that he let me grab. So I've got my coffee can full of free nails and a stack of free sheet metal that I cut with the angle grinder you probably saw. And I think I'm just gonna take the drill and just pop some holes randomly. Some of these already have holes in them because obviously they're used and they've been attached to a building before this. But if they got holes in them already, sweet. I'm just gonna throw a nail wherever because we've got the plywood on the walls. Otherwise, pop a hole in them with the drill and we'll see what the nails will do. And if not, if it doesn't work, I've got a second 5-gallon bucket of nails because after borrowing some from Dad, or taking some from Dad, I found a 5-gallon bucket of my own nails here when we moved in, that were in the shed. That's kind of a thing, I guess. You just inherit 5-gallon buckets of nails when you move out to the sticks. But pretty stoked about it. That's a lot of rambling, sorry. Time to get to it. Sorry, just a little bit more talking. I promise I'm gonna get to work. I just wanted to show you guys. So, this is the coffee can of nails that I took from, well, that's not. This is the coffee can of nails that I snagged from Dad's barn. And here's the 5-gallon bucket of nails that I found once we got here. And so yeah, if you guys are ever in the central northeastern Ohio region and you need some nails, you know who to talk to. But I'm just gonna grab a few of these, a handful I guess, grab my coffee can, go see what looks like it might work. Finally, with all of the steel hung, we turned our attention to paint. And par for the course, we went on over to Lowe's and sweet-talked the nice lady working the paint department to sell us some discontinued paint for a heck of a deal. I think we got our 5-gallon bucket there for $50. And then we dirtbagged Andrew and Melinda into letting us borrow their sprayer. So again, if you guys are watching this, my man, thank you guys very much. We use the sprayer to cut in the edges, and then for the most part, I turned this project on over to Kayla. I hate painting, and kudos to her for stepping up. She's not pictured here, I don't think, because she didn't film it. She's dripping paint everywhere from the ceiling, working directly above your head. She's got a roller on the end of a stick. I don't know, it looked terrible. She did most of the work on this one, so if you're watching this, thank you. If you're still watching, then we certainly thank you for your time, and we hope to catch you in the next one.